Picky, I told you, I don't want to do your stupid retro reviews. I didn't want to have to tell you this, Picky, but you leave me no choice. You're named after a carrot. I'm sorry. Fine. I will do your blast from the NintenPast and I will review Viewtiful Joe. Just lay off my back, Jack. Well, welcome to the first episode of Blast from the NintenPast, and today we're going to be reviewing Viewtiful Joe for the Gamecube. Viewtiful Joe centers around the protagonist, Joe, who is just an average Joe, who happens to have a thing for movies featuring his favorite superhero, Captain Blue. Look at that mustache. Joe takes his girlfriend Sylvia on a movie date to watch a film featuring said hero, and everything seems to be going quite swell, until it all turns to purple platypuses. Captain Blue gets defeated and dies or something, because he appears just minutes later. Either way, this evil machine thingy miraculously reaches out of the movie screen and conveniently takes Sylvia and pulls her into the world of movies. To save the damsel in distress, Joe gets propelled into the movie screen and enters the world of Movie Land. Yeah, Movie Land. But everything isn't all peaches and strawberries in Movie Land. There are baddies around every corner itching for a fierce battle. And Joe is just a normal dude, so he needs a little help to fight the evilness. The kind of dead but not really dead Captain Blue gives Joe a V-Watch to give him superpowers and a muscular costume. It basically acts like one of those Power Ranger thingy doodads, and to activate his powers he has to say, "Head to the go-go, baby!" Awesome! The game is played out like a movie or television show, and that the game is categorized into different episodes, with each episode ending with you fighting a boss. Within the episodes though, there are different segments, and in these segments you will need to platform, pulverize some bad guys, and even solve some puzzles with Joe's newfound powers. That includes slowing down time, speeding up time, and zooming in the camera. These powers aren't just for solving puzzles though, you will use them in battles too. Let me just say that fighting in slow-mo is definitely a highlight for this game. Fighting in Mach speed, not so much. It's all about the slow-mo. You can't just use these powers forever though. You have to be conservative and keep your eye on the beautiful effects meter, because if it runs out, say hello to normal Joe. In this state you become more vulnerable, but good thing it recharges. Now at the end of each segment you will be graded on how well you did. Now your grade really isn't important though if you're just trying to play through the game, but it takes into account how well you defended yourself, how fast you were able to complete it, and how many V-points you collected. Now V-points basically act as your currency, and you rack them up by chaining up combos and just finding them lying around in floating boxes. A neat addition is that since the V-points are your currency, you can use them to purchase new moves along with some other goodies during the intermissions, so that's pretty cool. Now let me just say that the fast-paced combat system is what makes Viewtiful Joe fun. Capcom did a pretty good job with it, whether you're punching, kicking, or dodging enemy hits by ducking or doing this. And if it wasn't for slowing down time, the game wouldn't be as enjoyable. There are some gripes I had about the game though. For one, it gets hard to control Joe when you're using Mach speed since he moves super fast. I also didn't like that when you're jumping and want to use your zoom in power, it automatically causes him to rocket ship towards the ground. It can get annoying if you're trying to deliver some zoomed in punches in midair. And the final issue that I had with this game that I'll make mention of was the voices of some of the bosses. Captain Blue's defeated, and we are victorious. I don't know about you, but trying to understand what they're saying through your television is harder than opening a nut with your bare hands. The developers kind of went a little overboard with the distortion, but you gotta admit, listening to this as you approach one of the bosses is awesome. Besides some of the boss voices though, Viewtiful Joe does have a pretty nice soundtrack with some jammin' music. Plus the cel-shaded graphics look great as well. It is a relatively short adventure with there only being 7 episodes to play through, but that doesn't mean there isn't anything to do afterwards. The replay value comes in the form of unlockables, whether that be new modes or characters to play as like Sylvia and Captain Blue. So overall, Viewtiful Joe is a pretty stellar side-scrolling beat-em-up GameCube title, and the Gaming Pixel Show recommends it. Plus, there's a twist in the story at the end of the game that I didn't see coming. And who doesn't like a good twist? Now, if you find it in a bargain bin somewhere, why not pick it up? So, that will bring us to the end of our first episode of Blast from the NintenPast. If you liked what you saw, please give it a thumbs up. You can stay tuned for more reviews like this, along with my regular reviews, my craziest Nintendo Stuff This Week video series, and my news segments. But I'll talk to y'all later in the next video, guys. Bye!